Good afternoon. Earlier today I actually had Mr. Lockhart come into my third period class and he showed how to do this, but unfortunately I didn't push record on the camera. And so you didn't get any of Mr. Lockhart's lesson. However, I learned from him how to do a different method. We're going to call it the counting atoms method. And so I'm going to show you how to do that so that you can solve the next few problems that you have on your homework. So first, whenever you start counting atoms, the very first thing that you need to do is you need to write out what atoms are on the reactant side and what atoms are on the product side. So on the reactant side we have Fe. Fe is iron. So I put Fe right there. We have 2 molecules of iron, so we put the 2. Then we have oxygen. We've got the 3 plus the 1 right there, so we have 4 molecules of oxygen. And then we've got carbon. So we've got 1 molecule of carbon. Then we go to the other side. On the other side of the equation, we've got, once again, we've got Fe for iron. We've got 1 molecule of iron. We go to our oxygen. We have 2 molecules of oxygen. And then we go to our carbon, and we have 1 molecule of carbon. Now in this method, one thing that he recommended is start with the easy stuff first. So looking at this chart of our different atoms, I'm going to start with the easiest one, carbon. We have 1 carbon on our reactant side, we have 1 carbon on our product side, those are balanced. So then let's go to the next easiest one. For me it's going to be converting 1 into 2. So on our reactant side we have 2 molecules of iron, and on our product side we have 1. So what do we need to multiply that 1 by to get 2? We multiply it by 2. So I put the 2 right there. Whenever I do that, I cross out the 1 and I put 2. So that I show that I have 2 molecules of iron. Then after that, I'm going to go over to my oxygen. If I look over at my oxygen, I have 4 on my reactant side, and I've only got 2 on my product side. So just to make those equal, I need to multiply those 2. So I look over here where it's at in the equation. I've got 2 right there, so I got to multiply it by 2. And remember that multiplication is going to affect the carbon and the oxygen. Whenever I multiply by 2, I will change my oxygen from 2 to 4. But I also change my carbon on the product side, so I also need to change that from a 1 to a 2. Okay? So as I'm looking at my list, I see that almost everything's balanced except the carbon came out of balance. So now we need to balance the carbon. In order to balance the carbon, I've got to change my carbon from 1 molecule to 2 molecules. So I'm going to multiply over here, multiply my carbon by 2. Whenever I do that, it's also going to change the number of oxygen I have on that side. So I've got to take a look at my oxygen. I'm going to have a total of 5 oxygen on my reactant side. Okay. So now my iron are still balanced, my carbon are balanced, but now my oxygen are out of balance. So then I have to take a look at what I can do to change that. Now over here, we've got an even number of oxygen. Now there's nothing that we can do to change that even number into an odd number. So we're just going to up it by 1. And whenever we up it by 1, it's going to change the amount that we have, the amount of oxygen molecules, to 6. But it also changes our carbon to 3. So now we've got 3 carbon, we've got 6 oxygen. So let's take a look at what we can do to this side. Let's start with the oxygen. Now, I've already got 3 oxygen right here. I've got a single oxygen right here. Let's go ahead and multiply that single oxygen by 3 to give us a total of 6. Because there's 3, and then the 3 that multiply there. That's going to give us a total of 6. But that also changes my carbon. My carbon's going to go from 2 to 3. So if I look over at my chart, I've got 2 iron, 6 oxygen, and 3 carbon on both the reactant and the product side. However, it's always important to just double check. So right here, I'm going to look through my equation. I've got 2 iron, 6 oxygen, 6 oxygen, 3 carbon, 3 carbon. This equation is balanced. Okay, we're going to use the same method. We're going to do one more problem using the same method. So let me erase
don't see how this is not complicated.
How this is not complicated or how it is complicated?
How it is not.
Oh, it's not complicated to you?
No, I mean it is.
It is complicated to you.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't see how this is not complicated.
Do you want to try to solve one?
Sure.
You want to try to solve it? Okay, you want to
But
use that
I want to
method?
use the step method.
You want to use the step method?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can do that one maybe.
Okay, you might be in luck. My daughter's going to try to do one. If she does one, I will still do another one. So I'm going to have her come over here. She's going to show us the step method.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Let's hope. I may need some help from you. The weirdo.
What weirdo?
You.
Let me add more room. Whatever.
I didn't notice that. By the way, I'm Ginny.
Okay. I'm going to let Jenny do number 21 here. So we're going to do C3H8
You better do an easy one.
plus, it's the hardest one on here,
Whatever.
O2 is oxygen.
Do I have to know all of this
to
stuff?
create carbon dioxide? No.
Okay.
Plus water. Okay, so, well, we're going to let my daughter give this a try. She doesn't need a chair. She's kind of short.
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to tell her that she's still on a booster seat, but...
I'm not, actually. Mom doesn't make sure I'm going to, neither do you.
All right, there you go. Good luck. Good luck.
Let's hope. Show me one first, and then I can remember.
What's the first step? What do you start off with?
C.
Okay, C. So how many C's do you have?
3.
Okay. Now you go to your other side.
Start by 2.
No, how many C's do you have?
Oh, okay, 2.
No. That 2 doesn't apply to both. Right here. Right here you've only got 1 C. See, because this is 2 O's, but it's only 1 C.
So 1.
Okay. So what do you multiply that 1 by to get 3?
3.
Okay. Let's multiply by 3. Okay, now does that 3 just multiply the C, or what else does it multiply?
This.
Okay, so draw your little arrows to show us. Okay. Next.
And so then we go to H.
You gotta talk a little bit louder.
So they can hear my beautiful voice.
Something like that.
Then we go to A. And we have 2.
Okay.
So 4.
And y'all thought I had bad handwriting.
I'm 10. He's 1,000. So.
And she's grounded. Okay, go ahead, keep going.
Okay, now we gotta make sure it's balanced.
Well, did you go through all your letters?
Now we get an O.
Okay, how many O's do you have?
6.
No, how many do you have on this side?
2.
2, okay.
6.
Is that all you have on that side?
And 1.
Is it just 1?
4.
Okay. So how many do you have total? No, don't put that there, because that's going to confuse you. You just got to remember that you have 4. If you want to write it somewhere else underneath, that's fine. Okay, and how many do you have total?
2.
Well, there's 2 on the reactant side.
6.
And whenever you do this, you want to make sure that you keep it divided up. Here's your product side, your reactant side is this side, and here's your product side. So how many oxygen do you have on this side?
2.
2. How many oxygen do you have on this side?
6.
6, is that it?
And then 4.
And what's 6 plus 4?
24.
6 plus 4 is 24?
No.
Wow, did y'all hear that?
I think it's 6 times 4. 10.
I did not teach her math, that was her mom. Okay, go ahead. Go
Let's
ahead.
call it math teacher. He's a weirdo teacher. 10
10, okay.
plus 2.
Not plus 2, because that's on a different side. Remember, now you're trying to balance them. So what do you do?
2 goes into 10. 5 times.
So what do you need to multiply the reactant side by?
5.
Show me.
Okay, where do I put it?
I don't know, wherever you need to.
Where do I put the 5?
Now, I don't know, where do you put it? What are you trying to balance?
Oh, okay. Ha! I figured it out. That's how smart I is.
That's how smart I am. There you go. Now all you gotta do is double check it.
Okay. There's 3 over here.
3 what?
C.
Okay.
And there's 3C over here.
Okay.
8. There's 8 H. There's 8 H.
Okay.
There's 10 L and 10 L's.
Okay. Good job.
Oh! Booyah!
Look, I told you.
Oh, wait. But bam!
So easy, a monkey can do it.
Uh-huh. You must be talking to yourself.
Oh.
He's talking to himself.
Burn. Burn. Okay, let me do one more then. I'm going to go back to the counting atom method. And we're going to do one more, so you actually have 3 of them done for you. So we've got PCl5 plus H2O reacts to form HCl plus
He must be really boring.
she's got jokes. 3PO4. Okay.
Yeah, like
Once
that.
again, I'm going to use my counting atoms method. So I'm going to start with my P's. I've got 1 P, which is P is for phosphorus. We've got chlorine. We've got 5. Hydrogen, 2. Oxygen, 1. So there's 1 P, 5 Cl's, chlorines, 2 hydrogen, and 1 oxygen. Now we go to the other side. We've got 1 hydrogen. Oh, keep them on the same level. We've got 1 hydrogen, 1 Cl, 1 chlorine. We don't have 1 hydrogen, we got 4. I forgot to add it, see? Gotta make sure you get both sides, so I forgot to add it. So we actually have 4 hydrogen,
Now who's
1
not the smart one?
chlorine, 1 phosphorus, and 4 oxygen.
Now who's the unsmart one?
Can you see all those? You've got the bottom. Okay,
It's
good.
not you.
Okay, there we go. So now we're going to start with the easiest one. The easiest one is phosphorus. It's already balanced. So let's go probably to the next easiest one. It's easy to do ones because all you got to do is multiply by whatever number to get it equal to the other side. So whenever I look at chlorine, I see that I have 1 chlorine on my product side, but I have 5 on my reactant side. So I'm going to look for where my chlorine is. I'll find it there. I'm going to multiply it by 5. And that 5 is going to change my chlorine to 5, but it's also going to change my hydrogen to 10. Okay? Not 10. 5, 8.
He's calling me unsmart.
8.
Talk about him.
Alright, so now we have 8 hydrogen. Okay, so then I'm going to go to my next easiest one. These are both pretty easy, but I'm going to stick with my ones. I've got 1 oxygen molecule on my reactant side. I've got 4 on my product side. So let's go ahead and find the oxygen. There it is. I'm going to multiply it by 4. Whenever I multiply it by 4, that's going to change this to... Jenny, don't do that. It's going to change this to 4 oxygen. It's going to change my hydrogen to 8. Wow, it looks like it's balanced. We've got 1 phosphorus, 5 chlorine, 8 hydrogen, 4 oxygen. So I'm just going to check the equation to make sure that the equation is right. 1 phosphorus, 5 chlorine, 8 hydrogen. There's 5 and 3 hydrogen, so 8 hydrogen on my product side, 4 oxygen, and 4 oxygen. This one's balanced. So you can see this method is just another method to try to solve these problems. So we've talked about the step method, the odd method. We followed the tip of not doing H's or O molecules first, and then we've got the counting atoms method. Different methods will work better for different problems. It's just, you just got to try them. You might end up finding a favorite, choose your favorite, use it. And that's it. Good luck. We'll see y'all tomorrow.